Yes, yeah. Good evening, all. Right. Before I start, anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear or not, right? Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
clear.
fine, thank you. So today I'll be just entering into the technical stuff. Previously, we had some introductory session related to Python. So Python data types and variables. My discussion will be like Python data types and variables. Every organization, if you talk, every organization, right? Use case. Has got data and operations, has got data and operations. Data represented, generally data is represented using data types or variables. Operations represented using functions. See, if I talk about any organization, take example of a bank, right? Okay. Bank has got data and operation. Data means like customer data, customer name, account number, bank balance, branch, like, and operations like a withdraw operation, deposit operation, transfer operation. So it has got both data and operations. Data represented using data types or variables, operations by using functions. Later we discuss about functions, but as of now, our discussion is data types or variables to make you understand much better. So just check with this. Data types. If I'm comparing with C or C++ or Java compared with the Python, Python supports dynamic data types. Python supports what? Dynamic data types. Python supports dynamic. What do you mean by dynamic data types? I'll come back. But before that, in other programming language like C or C++ or Java, if you want to create a variable like x equal to 10, compulsory the data type defining is compulsory, mandatory. Y equal to 4.5, compulsory need to say float of y. Z equal to a string like this, sequence of characters, string Z. Without this data type, right, we cannot create this variable x, y, and z. But in Python, directly we can say x as 10, y as 4.5, z as hello. No need to specify the data type here. Dynamic data types here. Means here, what kind of variable x is means based on this data type defining, you are saying it as integer type. What kind of variable y is means based on this data type, you are saying it as float. What kind of variable z is means string type. But what kind of variable x is here means what value you have assigned to it. Based on the value assigned, the variable x is created dynamically during runtime. As you have assigned a integer value, integer variable created dynamically during runtime. That's why we say dynamic type. So there is a function given by Python type of x integer type. Why it is integer? Because you have assigned a integer value. Y equal to 4.5. What is type? What is type of y? Everyone unmute yourself and try to give a responses, right?
Float,
Float type. Why it is float type? Because
it's
yeah,
in decimal, no? 4.5.
yeah, you have assigned a float value. You have assigned a float value. That's why it is float type. If you're assigning a integer value, it is integer type. No need to explicitly define as int float in this way. So what you have assigned to this? A string. So what is the type of Z here? Right.
String.
String type, because you have assigned a string value. Type is going to be string type. So if you are assigning, for example, a equal to a list 10, 20, 30, it is going to be a list type. Type
Correct.
of a type of a is what? List type. Here we say list, collection of values, right? Okay, so
Right.
based on, so here that's why we call it as dynamic type. Based upon what value, if compulsory, you need to assign a value. Otherwise, the variables can't be created here. In other programming language, not like that. You can say just index. Later, if you want, you can define like x equal to 10. But here, compulsory need to assign a value because what variable I need to create, what type of variable I need to create depends upon that value you assign. So based upon the value assigned, the variables are created dynamically here in Python. So to make you understand much better, I'll take 4 cases. Now check with these 4 cases, how exactly the variables are stored in the memory, how to print their value, how to print their address, internally how they are stored that you cannot be able to see, right? So now case 1. For example, if we are saying x equal to 10, what happens internally? Internally in the memory, right? One object creates with value 10, it is going to have some address. That address will be written back to x. What x is storing here? Don't say x is storing 10. Understand here, x is storing this address. X stores this address. Whenever you say print x, what happens here? It goes to this address and prints whatever present at that address. Means what is that? Print x means prints the content. Prints the content at that address. At that address, it goes to this address and prints whatever content present at that. That is what 10. If you have got any query, you can ask the query then and there itself. Now we have entered into the technicals, right? So if you have got any query, unmute yourself and you can ask or you can type your query in the chat.
So x is equal to 10, right? So after typing this, where it will go?
Print x, you are saying? Print x.
No. X is equal to 10. You just put a down arrow, right?
Hmm.
So this
See,
10
generally, if you are storing a movie file, where it is getting stored?
in the drive or
In the
something.
drive, it is going to get saved. So here
Yeah.
you are writing a program code. This is your first statement in your. When you execute the program, x equal to 10 will be stored in the memory.
Okay.
In the memory, it will be stored. In that
Okay.
memory, it is going to have some address location. Where
Okay.
exactly it is stored in the memory, that address location generally I have given some value. Where exactly it is stored, that address value will be returned to x.
Okay.
So tomorrow, if you want to print it, see, if you want to print x, it goes
Mm-hmm.
to its address, and
Okay.
whatever present at that address, it is going to print, whether it is integer or float or anything. At
Okay.
that address, whatever value is there, that address.
Okay. Yeah. Got it. So this is a syntax, right? Print X is a syntax.
Yeah, print x means printing a content. Print, if you want to print anything in Python, print function is used.
Okay, for sure.
Print id of x. I want to print the address where exactly it is stored in the mass. Prints the address of x. What is that address? 103070. And if there is one more function, id is one function, print is one function, type is one function. You know, type, I want to know the type of it. Prints the data type of x. Prints the data type of x. What is the data type of x? Everyone unmute and try to respond. What is the
Int.
data? Integer.
Int.
Why it is integer? Because you have assigned a integer value.
Integer. Yeah.
So the type is integer. The address where exactly it is stored in the memory. Print x, it goes to this address and prints the content. Printing the content, printing the address, and printing the type. These 3 things, right? You need to understand. This is case 1. Any query in this, anyone, right?
So
Before
this
going,
print, yeah, print ID is the address, Vijay sir,
yes, address, where exactly it is stored in the memory, that address it is going to print.
and that address too will print in this numeric format.
Yes,
103. Okay.
yes.
Oh, thanks.
Here I have given some random value, but where exactly it is stored, that address will be printed. Okay. Now check with this one more example, and everyone from here onwards, I want the sessions to be interactive. Everyone try to unmute and respond. Whether your answers are correct or wrong, not a problem. Just provide your responses through voice or through chat. For example, case 2 you say. Observe this case 2. There is x equal to 10, y equal to 20. Now try to say how many objects will be created here? How many objects? How many objects gets created in the memory? 2.
2.
For 10, one object. For 20, another object. 2 objects are created. They're created and they are going to have some address. Where exactly they are stored, that address will be given to x. Where exactly this is stored, that in the memory location, that address given to y. Now try to respond. What is print x?
Certain
10.
10. Print ID of x, the address where exactly it is. ID of
103070.
103070. Type, data type of x. Print type
Int.
of
int
integer type, right? Because you have assigned the integer value, it's integer.
Right.
Now try to say print y.
20.
20
And if you want to print the address, right? ID of
104080.
80.
So Python is providing specific functions which you are not seeing in other programmings, right? Type function is one, ID function is one, right? To print
Right.
the address, to print the type. So 104080.
It's also int. Type is int.
Yes. Two different variables with two different values, then two different objects with two different addresses. Two different variables with two different values, then two different objects with two different addresses are created. That is case 2. Now observe this case 3 now. X value is 10, Y value is 10. X value is 10, Y value is 10. Now try to answer how many objects are going to be created here for XY.
Two objects.
2 objects.
Everyone, try to give a responses, whether it is correct or wrong.
Two object, yes.
Observe carefully
So
here.
one object only.
Here observe carefully here. Only one object is going to be created.
Oh, yes. The value is same, no?
Yes, here only one object is going to be created. Observe here, x equal to one object created with some address. Before creating object for y, it checks if any object with value 10 is already available, it won't create. If not available, it will create. If already available, right, then the same address will be given to y.
Okay.
In the previous example, 10, 20, while creating the second object, 20 is not available. So that's the reason it has created one more object. But here already the object 10 is available. See, x is 10, y is 10, z is 10. Don't think the 3 objects with 10, 10, 10 will be created in the memory. No. Only one object, the same address will be given to x, y, z. For example, if x value is 10, y is 20, z is 30. In such case, how many objects?
3 objects.
Three objects. So what is your observation here? If the values are different, multiple objects. If the values are same, only one object.
1 object, yeah.
Means x, y, and z, they are sharing the same content 10. They are sharing the same address. Now, can I say in this way? Print x, print y, print z. All this, they are going to give that output as
10.
10. Similarly, the addresses, they are going to share the same content. They are going to share the same addresses.
103070.
Yes. One address of Z. 103070, right? Yes.
All of them are int.
Type of X, type of Y, type of Z is integer type. Understood this case 3? Yes. Now this case 4 you observe. Now up to now we have taken XY, but here I'm not going to take XY. X is a 10 and later again I'm saying X20. Now how many objects will be created?
So two.
So for two values, two objects will be created.
Okay.
Two different values, two different objects will be created. Up to here it is fine. But whenever I say print X, now try to say what is the X value it is going to print. Either it will print 10 or will it print 20 or will it print both? What is your answer?
20.
Whether it will print 10 or 20.
20.
Not sure.
Your salary last year, 50,000. Your salary this year, 80,000. Print salary, what it will print?
80.
The latest salary, right?
80,
Simple.
yeah.
Previously X value 10, now X value 20. Latest value, print X 20. The latest value it is going to print. Always it prints the latest value. And one more thing, what you need to understand here is X can store only one value or X can store only one address. X can store only one address. X cannot store two object addresses. No. So whenever this X equal to 20 is going to be created, first it will remove this and it will create this. First it will remove this and just it will create X equal to 20. With same name, if you are creating a variable, first it will remove it and creates it. For example, in the C drive in your Windows, if you are creating same folder name, what happens? Which one will exist? First one or second one? First you have created one folder with the name sample. Again, you are creating one more folder with the name sample. What happens? Which content will be exist? Second folder, whatever you have got, that will be existing, right? So here also exists 10, exists 20. What happens? First, it will remove this object. There is a big story for this. I'll be discussing of how it is going to be removed, who removes it. So everything we will be discussing, right, in brief. Just not going to the programming directly. So first you need to know the variable defining, the type, their address, their content. So who is going to remove? There later we'll discuss. There is a concept called garbage collector. It is going to remove that object. When it removes, how it removes, everything I'll be discussing. So, but as of now, X can store only one address. The first one it will remove and create a new object. Now understood these four cases, everyone? These four cases. X equal to 10, printing the content, printing the address, and printing the type. Case 2. Two different variables with 10, 20, then two different objects with two different addresses. Case 3, if the contents are same 10, 10, 10, only one object, one address. But if you are taking only one X, 10, 20, the latest one will be considered, right? Now, data types mainly are of two types. We talk about these data types, mainly there are of two types. Fundamental data types. Secondly, collection data types. Fundamental data types in a simple way. In a simple way, how to define fundamental data types means object to holding a single value. Object to holding single value we call it as fundamental type. Example, just now we have the X value equal to 10. Means one object is created with value 10 with some address. That address given to X. Here, what is this? This is an object type. Object to holding the single value. Object holding single value. That is what fundamental type. Collection type. Object to holding a group of values. Object holding group of values, collection of values, set of values. The name itself saying collection types, collection is object holding group of values, set of values or multiple values. X equal to like group of values 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. In other programming language, we say arrays. Here we say list type, list of values. So it is holding group of values. Simply in a simple way, group of values 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 is going to have some address. That address is given to X. So here object holding group of values. Group of values are collection of values or set of values. So fundamental data types and collection data types. So what are the various fundamental data types and what are the various collection data types in Python? Fundamental data types. Mainly 5 types. Integer, float, Boolean, string, complex. In a simple way, integer, for example, age 25, float 6.3, Boolean, which returns either true or false, means Boolean values 0 or 1. 0 means false, 1 indicates. String means a sequence, a collection of characters. Sequence, collection of characters. So here collection of characters, we call it as a string. Complex means in general mathematics, you should have seen x plus iy. X is called real and this is called imaginary part. So, but in Python, instead of this symbol I, we use the symbol j. Later I discuss about this complex type. Yes. So mainly 5 types. And if you see collections, collection data types mainly are of 4 types. List, tuple, set, dictionary. List, tuple, set, and dictionary. So very simple representations in Python, right? For all this. Dictionary. List by using a squared bracket we represent like list of values. Tuple by using normal braces. Set by using curly braces. By seeing the braces only, you should identify what type of collections these are. Difference between set and a dictionary means it will have key and value. Key and value representation. Example of list 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Tuple of values 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Set of values 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. In the dictionary of values means, for example, W is a dictionary. Key values, for example, name, what is the name value? Ajay. This is key value. Age and what is the age value? Key value representations, key and value representations. Key and value representations. So here if you observe, these are the 4 types of collections. We have got a lot of discussion on these collections. Like if we talk about list properties, list indexing, list slicing, list functions, list methods, list addresses, nested list modifications, nested list, right? Similarly for tuple also, sets and dictionaries. So around 1 week we'll be discussing on this collection data types. And in the case of fundamental type, we have got a lot of discussion on this string data type. So just what is a string? A string is a sequence, a collection of characters. A string is a sequence collection of characters. In Python, a string is represented using a single quote in this manner, using double quote, and using triple quote also, using single quote, double quote, and triple quote. Example, like just now is city equal to Hyderabad. A collection of characters, or it can be a collection of words. Or if you go for a multiple lines or a paragraph, use this triple quote. For single line or single word, you can use this. Each character, if you talk about each character of a string, is represented or accessed. Each character of a string is accessed by a unique index. Unique index. String supports two types of indexes. String supports two types of indexes. Forward index, or if you talk like positive index, forward index. Positive index or forward index starts from left to right. This indexing is going to start from left to right. Just show you some examples. Starts with 0. Starts with 0. Second one, negative index or backward index. Index starts right. Index starts with the -1. Just check with this positive index or negative index, backward index or forward index. X equal to, I'm taking double quotes, Python, a string, a sequence collection of characters. Here also one object will be created internally. And here this string is stored. P, Y, T, H, O, N is going to have some address, that address given to X. Each character is represented by a unique index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This we call it as forward index, positive index, or forward index we say. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. We call it as a negative index or backward index. So just what is X of 2 value? What is X is the string, in that X of 2 value is what?
Sir, T.
X of -2 value?
O.
Oh.
Oh,
So either you can use positive index or negative index. You may ask, already positive index is there. Why again negative index means? If you have got a very big string of more than 100 characters, try to say me how will you print the last character using positive index? In such case, you can go for negative index, -1. It gives the last character. First character means you can give this. Just to go back, this is single line comment in Python starting with hash symbol in single line comment. This is not going to be executed. Multi-line comment means keep within this and within this. Now it's not going to be executed. X equal to Python. I have taken a string. Print X, it prints that string. Type, what you are trying to assign to X, string type. So the type will be string type. If you want the len function is there. The length of the string, number of characters. This is the output is nothing but number of characters within the string. What is that? How many? What is that output for this?
Sir, 6.
6.
6. Save it. I created a separate folder for this batch. Right. In the C drive. Right. str1.py. Run module. Python type string type length is 6. Now I'm taking one more string y equal to programming. Y equal to programming, right? Yes. Print x plus y. Print x plus y means what do you mean by x plus y?
X is 5.
String concatenation with
Python programming.
string concatenation means adding two strings, adding two strings, adding two strings means first string followed by second string. First string followed by second string. Okay, next. For example, string slicing. Extracting particular portion of a string. Extracting particular portion of a string. X equal to Python program. X equal to Python program. Try to extract only Python from this. Yes, everyone unmute and try to respond. Extract only Python from this. Print only Python from this. See, this is 0, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 0 to 5 it has to be.
6.
Sir, 6.
But we need to give 6. Why 6? Because this we call it as lower bound, this we call it as upper bound. Always upper bound excluded. Always upper bound is excluded. If you have given 5, 5 should have been excluded. You should have not got n. Always, I'm writing a comment for your understanding. Always upper bound is excluded. Yes. Save it. str2. Python, you will get the output as Python. Okay, that's fine. Now try to extract the middle portion, PROG. These 4 characters, try to extract. Everyone, try to respond. Unmute yourself and try to give your responses.
0 to 11.
I want only PROG, not Python.
It's to 11.
Even this space takes one index.
Sir, 7 to 12.
7 is fine. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Start with 7 you want, 8 you want, 9 you want, 10 you want.
Sir, 11.
11 you need to give. 11 excluded, right? Yes. 7 to 10. You got PROG. What if I go in the reversed order? What output I am going to get if I go in the reversed order? If you got any queries, you ask me out. Unmute yourself or you can type in the chart, right? If I go in the opposite way, right? What is output you get? 11 to 7. 7 to 11 PROG. In the opposite way you go. Empty string. Always slicing in the forward direction. If you are going in the backward direction, empty string it is going to return. For example, extract a PROG using negative index, you say, Meena. Use negative index for extracting this. Using negative
minus 4
index,
to
using negative index also, you should go in the forward direction only. Minus
4.
in the forward direction, you should go.
Minus 1 to 7.
-1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7. From here onwards, you should go in forward. -7 you want, -6 you want, -5 you want, -4 you want. -4 also you want. -7 to -3. Forward, you get PROG. Check it. Previous example, empty string. So, in this way, forward. If you are going in this way, backward, empty string. Now try to extract the entire word of program now. Try to respond using positive index, you say me first, everyone. Extract the entire word program using the positive index, you say me first. Yes.
Sir,
This entire 7 to 7 you want, 8 you want, 9 you want, 10 you want, 11 you want, 12 and 13.
sir, 14.
If I give 13, this M will be excluded. But 14 index is not available. Can I give 14? Yes, because 14 excluded, not included, right? Up to 13 only it will consider. Otherwise, shortcut for this print x of 7 to don't provide the upper bound. It will lead up to the end of the string. It also gives Python. Using negative index.
So -7 to
-1 if you give, M will be excluded. If
0.
you give
0.
0 means this P. Positive index. Don't provide this upper
Blank.
bound.
Blank.
So reads up to the end of the string. This all this results the same output. Program. Now, what if I ignore this lower bound? Lower bound is ignored. 6 argument. Will you get error for this? It reads from the start of the string to 6.
No,
This both are same. It will read from the start of the string to 6. It will give Python as the output. What if I ignore both lower and upper?
sir, everything will come.
Entire string will be printed. Is it compulsory that you need to have spaces here or no need of space? Is it valid?
Need, sir.
Valid. It's valid. All these 3 statements are valid. All these 4 statements are valid. Results the same output Python program. X of 0 to 14 with the increment of 2. So I'm writing a comment for understanding. This x0 indicates start value. Start value. Second is stop value. And the third one is step value. Start value, stop value, and step value. 0 to 14 with increment of 2 means after 0, it will read second index. After that, again increment by 2 means fourth index. Again increment by 2, 6, 8, 10, 12. It reads only the even indexes. Every alternate calculate is going to read. Similar to this, can I say like this? 0 to 14 means, can I say like this? This 0 to 14 means entire string. This also entire string. This colon 2 I'll give as it is here. Same output you get for both. 0 to 14, this one, this colon 2 as it is. Same output for both. One bracket is not closed. Same outputs, right? Start value, stop value, and step value. X of colon colon minus 1. What is it? Reverses the list. So reverses the string. It reverses the string. Check it, the entire string in the reversed order. Python program. Have you ever heard about this word palindrome? Palindrome, anyone?
Yes, 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 yes.
What it is?
Once we compare from actual string to the reverse string, it should be equal.
If we reverse a string, if we get the same string, it is a palindrome. It is a examples, anyone?
Like
Madam.
ABA, yeah, ABA and all.
Madam,
Madam.
Malayalam, reverse it, you will get the same thing. You will give us it, you will get the same thing. These things. X equal to madam. Print X, it will print a madam. If you reverse also, if you are getting the same thing, reversing means just now we said this is what reversing a string. Store the result in Y. Store the result in Y and print Y. Both X and Y, are they giving the same output? Yes, then it is a palindrome. Very simple code, right?
So these are all the tools we are gonna be using for implement.
Any query was asked, someone? Yes. So that is what string slicing, just I'll take. And no need to write huge codings in Python. We have got string methods are available. String methods. No need to write codings like upper to print in uppercase. If you want to print a word or a line or a paragraph in uppercase. Yes, X equal to Hyderabad. I want to print everything. Print X dot upper. Run module. Printing everything in the uppercase. Lower to print in lowercase. X equal to Mumbai. Print X dot lower. Printing everything in the, if it is a word or a line or a paragraph, prints everything in lowercase. Was in upper, it is printing in lowercase. X is a string. Now, for example, X equal to India. Just I want only the first character, I only in the uppercase. Remaining all in the lowercase only. How to write?
Sir,
Print X dot
dot upper in the bracket 0.
bracket 0.
Capitalize method is there in Python. You can see only the first character, I only in the uppercase, remaining all in the lower cases. It's providing a method like capitalize. What it is going to do for capitalizing the first character of a string. For example, see this next one. For example, good evening, Hyderabad. How many words are there here? How many words?
3, sir.
3 words. If I say capitalize, only G will appear in uppercase. But I want every word G, this I want in upper, evening E I want in upper, Hyderabad also. Every word, first character I want in uppercase. Every word, first character. Check it now. Title, there is a method called title. Each and every word, first character in the uppercase, right? What is title method? For capitalizing the first character of each word in a string. TITLE. One more example for this. For example, employees are there. Some hundreds of employees are there. Their names are like Rahul, Ajay, Miller, James, Amar, Rohit, Anil, John. In this way, hundreds of names are there. Each and every name, first character. Every name, first character I want in uppercase. In this way, 100 names are there. Assume. Try to say what I should write. EMPS dot title. That's it. Run module. Check it. Every name, first character in the uppercase or not. Even if you got 100 names also, the same. Title method. We have method called as a replace. For replacing a portion of a string. X equal to the same thing I'll take. I'm saying Java is easy. Parent X is the string. From that you replace the word Java with Python. Now what is the output you get? Replace the word Java with Python.
Sir, Python is easy.
Python is easy. Now Java is easy and Java is simple. 2 times Java has occurred. Do you think each and every occurrence of Java will be replaced with Python or only the first occurred Java?
Sir, everything.
Every occurred Java replaced with Python.
Let's suppose if we want only the first word to get replaced and we don't want the other word to get replaced.
So there later in Python we got regular expressions with that you can do, but here it will replace everything.
Sure, okay.
Sir, there we have good evening Hyderabad, no sir. We are changing only G, E and H as capital. For if we want only the output is G, E and H, what we have to do, sir?
There is a method called split method. If you split a string, you will get a list of words. From there you can extract it. Next, I'll
Okay,
discuss
sir.
it.
Okay, sir.
For converting one case to another case. If it is in upper, converts to lower. If it is in lower, it converts. It reverses the case. Simply, if we can say, right? For example, this good evening Hyderabad is there. Same thing I'll copy. Swapping. Swapping means reversing. If it is in lower, converts to upper. If it is in upper, converts to lower. It just swaps it. If it is in the combination of both upper and lower, all the uppers to lower, lowers to upper. Now, good evening Hyderabad in lower it will be printed in upper. Reverses the case. Just I'll take 5 minutes more. We have got count. To count the number of occurrences of a substring or a character. To count the number of occurrences of a substring or a, for example, a general string. Hello, 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 right? How are you? A string is. Now I want the X in the string X, I want the count of a particular word. How many times the word hello is repeated? Count of hello. What is that? Count of hello.
3.
3. Count of a particular character H. What is the count of H?
4.
4, right? 3 and 4. Count the words are a character. We have got a method. Just now I said there is a method called split. If we split a string, understand here, if we split a string, we get a list. I'm saying we get a list. If we split a string, we get a list. For example, good evening Hyderabad is that. I want to print only Hyderabad from this. Hyderabad, print only Hyderabad. Task. Print only Hyderabad from this. X is a string. If you split that string by using space, because between the words space is there, right? Separated. That's why split based on space. The result is stored in Y. What is Y and type of Y? Y and type of Y is what type?
So
If we
string.
split a string, we get a list. I splitted a string here. What is the Y you get? A list. List of words. If you split a line, you will get words. Here also I splitted a line. You will get words. List of 3 words. Which word you want? This one. 0, 1, 2. 2. 2 is the index. List also will have index. Print Y of 2. It prints Hyderabad. So task is to print Hyderabad. It is going to print Hyderabad. Example to one more. Employee details are like this. Employee ID, employee name, salary, designation, manager. Now I want now print name and designation only. It doesn't want all name and designation. If I split this line, you will get words. And from that, which word you want? This and this. You will get list of words. So splitting based on comma this time. Previously space is there. That's why using space. Split based on comma. Store the result in Y. Y is a list. Print Y. Now try to say which words you want to print from this. List you will get. In list you will get 4 words. List will have index. 0 index means this 1, 2, 3. Which words?
So 1, 3.
Check it. Name and designation is printed or not? Name and designation. If you print a string, you will get list of words. Which words you want a name and designation, right? So we don't need to write any codes in Python. We have got methods like this. Still, we'll be discussing about string functions are there, string special characters are there. We'll be discussing on this, right? Yes. Yes. Just I'll take 2 minutes. There's one more method called find to check whether a substring is available or not. If available, it returns the index value. Else, it returns -1. If not available, it returns -1. Otherwise, it returns. For example, x equal to Python is easier than Java. I want to check whether the word Java is available in this string or not. Print x dot find for the word Java. If Java is available, it returns the Java index position. Where Java is available, this index, J index, it is going to return. If it is available, right? Yes, Java is available. It is returning what? 22. 22 is the this J index position. This J index position. Yes, it is available. If not available, for example, x dot find for AWS. Not available, right? It should return -1. It returns -1. If available, it returns the index where it what index it is available. Not available, it returns -. So upper, lower, capitalize, title, replace, swap case, count, split, find. These are the mostly used string methods, and we have what functions, string functions, string special characters we'll be discussing in the next class. Next class will be on Monday. As I said, Monday, the link is going to be changed. You are supposed to get enrolled for getting the link to your mail, right? You can see in the chart, a big message is given by this online team. The course content, if you have missed that previous recording, demo recording is given. And the contact details, 4 contact details, if you've got any queries related to this. And the payment details are provided.
Sir, small doubt, sir.
Yes.
Sir, good evening, Hyderabad is there, no, sir. If we use split function, we will split them into three
What?
three
Three
members
words.
of the list.
Three
I
words.
want only the first letters of those 3 words, sir. What I have to do, sir?
Okay, we want only the first characters. This, and this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What do you need to get? G, E, and H, right?
Yes, sir.
G, E, and H. You got G, H. Yes.
Okay, sir.
So you need to use for loop that we'll be discussing that. For loop in Python. I'm applying for loop on Y. Y is a list. First P takes the first word in that P of 0 only I want. Second time P takes the second word from this point. From that P of 0 only I want. P takes the third word from that P of 0. Understood, right?
Okay, sir.
This for loop to be used. Fine.
Any other methods we'll discuss on Monday from the string, Vijay sir? Or
Yes.
string patterns?
String functions are there. We'll be discussing on string functions. String special characters are there. We'll be discussing those.
So, what I was asking, Vijay sir, we will get these notes, or we have to write the parallelly from the recording?
I'll forward all these notes with clear comments, with clear notes. You'll be getting it. I'll be forwarding all this.
Okay,
And
so we
if
don't
I-
have to write, no?
If
Parallelly.
you got any possibility to write also, you can write it anyhow. I'll be forwarding it. But whatever you understood, you'll be writing in your own words first.
Okay, thank you.
I'll be forwarding anyhow this one. So Monday, you'll be getting that. You'll be added to the WhatsApp. Monday, every video you'll be getting to your Google Drive from Monday onwards. Notes you'll be getting, videos you'll be getting. You'll be added to the WhatsApp group, right?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, sir, you told right, fundamental data types, 5 data types, collection data types. That notes also you shared, sir. That is very useful.
Yes, all these notes from the starting yesterday's day before all these notes.
Yeah, thanks, sir.
Actually, today was my first class. Can you give the roadmap of this course?
Yes. So what will we see? Everyone can check with this course content, right? What I'm going to discuss as part of this Python basics, history, applications, features, advantages, versions, installations, flavors, Python operations, modes, editors and IDs, data types, constants, variables, comments, input-output statements, escape sequences, operators in Python, different types of operators, different types of IDs, working with the PyCharm, Jupyter, Spider, Eclipse, Anaconda, Prompt, and Navigator, flow control statements, looping statements, strings in Python, collections in Python, lists in Python, tuples, sets, dictionaries, functions in Python, modules in Python, right? Different ways of importing, renaming, reloading, packages in Python, errors and exceptions, file handling in Python, right? Object-oriented programming concepts, regular expressions, database connectivity. I'll show you the installation of one database and how Python connecting to the database, Python data and time module, operating system module, advanced concepts like iterators, generators, closures, decorators, working with CSV, XML, JSON files, graphic programming, Excel workbook, data analytics, reduction to data science, Python pandas model in brief, NumPy model in brief, matplotlib model in brief, right? Like around 60 to 70 hours we'll be spending on this Python core and advanced, these 30 topics, right? Apart from this 30 topics and the course fee is just 5,000. It is an offer batch, 60 to 70 hours. And along with that, people who wants to go for Python full stack, the Django framework with applications creations, right? Will be discussed for this. And along with that, UI technologies also is going to be discussed. HTML in brief, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, MySQL for this Python full stack that you're saying, right? So just you can observe here more clarity on this. I was just briefing you last time. So for Python, for an advanced both 60 to 70 hours, 2 months, around 2 months, 5,000 is the course fee. UI and apart from Python, people who wants to go for Python full stack, UI technologies will be discussed, Django framework, one more framework, Flask framework I'll be discussing for the MySQL database in the project. From topics 2 to 6, it also takes 70 hours, around 2 months duration. Python for 70 hours, frameworks for 70 hours, totally 140 hours, right? For both on Python full stack. 2 months for Python, 2 months for this. I said, if you want 4 months, if it is too long, if you feel Python Monday to Friday, you will be having classes, right? And Saturday, Sunday, there are weekend batches available in the mornings for these frameworks where you can go parallelly. Because when Python core is discussed from Monday to Friday, this UI technologies which doesn't require any Python knowledge on Saturday 2 hours, Sunday 2 hours, they'll be discussed, right?
When it will start, sir?
Not this one, next week, from next
Okay.
week.
Okay.
And the Django framework, Flask framework, once this is completed, takes 1 month. For this also it takes 1 month. When they are completed parallelly, advanced Python and this will be dealt parallel. And offerings from my side, I said you will get each and every live session videos. Every session is video recorded. Soft copy of this class notes, assignments and tasks to work with to build your own code, to build your confidence. A WhatsApp group for technical discussions, or if you get any errors, you can take snaps and post in the WhatsApp. Resumes and interview questions, live interactive sessions, all the sessions. I want the sessions to be more interactive, right? Everyone to respond through voice or through chat. 300 plus code examples in Python Code Advanced and 15 plus applications in frameworks, right? Yes. So this is what the total, right? So next Monday the class will be on Monday, same timing. So everyone try to get enrolled. Say you can see in the chart. If anyone missed the previous session, they have kept that previous yesterday video, like you can see the demo recording they have kept at the starting, right? That link is given. You can just go to that link. Yes.
Sir, will there be any project, sir, after completion?
Yes, yes. One project I said, right?
So you just mentioned that you want to learn Python. So do not learn.
What is it? Someone asked a query, right? Yes.
Event on made.
Okay. Any other queries, right? Yes.
Sir, after completing the course, do we get the certificate?
Yeah, from DURGASOFT, they'll be providing a certificate.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Fine. So you can see in the chart the contact details, the payment details, the post content details, right? All these things. In just and also if you've got any queries, so the link will be forwarded to your mail, right? And one more thing, can you see a note they have provided in that message? See, most of the students they'll do a mistake, right? They get enrolled, they'll pay the fees, they will get enrolled, but they forget to share the screenshot of the payment to that mail ID that they have provided. So don't forget to share that screenshot of your payment to the mail ID that is provided. DurgaSoft online training @gmail.com. Try to forward that screenshot. Then only they'll be forwarding the link to your mail, right? Fine. Still, if you're not received that link, you can call on that numbers. 4 numbers are provided, right? So yes, if I'm done with the queries, if there are no other queries, I'm signing off for now. Meet you on Monday, same time at 9 o'clock. Thank you all for your time. Thank you. Good night.